Win the incredible Steigercraft, Evinrude, Lowrance Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.
Family, football, fishing, and the big feast. That's why they call me 4F. I'm Jim Hutchinson with a New Jersey, Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine. It's Thanksgiving week, my favorite holiday. Uniquely American holiday. It's all about celebrating with family and friends, being thankful for what you have, and of course, that bountiful harvest that we have of fish and game and maybe crops too, if you still haven't tended to your garden. Of course, there's also a little rivalry. If you grew up in a football home like myself, it was always Southern Regional versus Central. Pick this one up. 34 years in the making. Then it became Central and Lacey, but of course we've got Long Branch and Red Bank, Vineland, Millville, Middle Township, and Lower Cape May. Nearby here, where I am in Normandy Beach, you've got Toms River South and Lakewood. Of course, I am in Normandy Beach. I'm here at Charlie's Bait and Tackle. Big weekend in terms of rivalries. Charlie's Bait and Tackle here in Normandy Beach pits surfcaster against surfcaster. Maybe it's bait slinger versus plugger. We'll see what happens. But it's the 7th annual Surf Turkey Striper Tournament. Now, I got to tell you, you missed your chance to sign up. It was Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So make sure you circle this on your calendar for next year, because all the family and friends coming in, it's a great way of celebrating together. As a matter of fact, you can join the Saturday festivities. The awards presentation, Nick Hanacheski will be the MC this Saturday right up the road at Used to Be's. But as far as the action along this stretch of Central Jersey, I have to say it's been mostly smaller fish. Rats, schoolies, dinks, whatever you want to call them. Hasn't been an abundance of bait yet along these inshore waters. Let's hope that changes soon. I did talk to Pete this week here at the shop, and he says a lot of double headers on Tuesday. Lure teaser combos. I guess bunker, chunk, or clam if you want to go for tournament greatness. But there are some fish out there, and let's hope we find something substantial in the next few days for this Thanksgiving holiday. Most folks, though, are scaling down in size, going with the sand eel imitations, those teasers wherever possible. Captain Alan Gonzalez with an Ava and a teaser. He checked in with the folks at Hook House Bait and Tackle over the weekend. But be prepared to add that teaser and look for those metals. Here along the rack here, all these Avas. Did find this one hard to come by right now. The old S&S bucktail slim fish. Might suggest you want to do that. And also go with a Femley eel on the teaser. But definitely the teasers are the way to go. Make sure great opportunity for the kids, right? You're teaching the kids knots. The dropper loop is an excellent knot to get the kids tying them at home. Have the kids tie some droppers at home for you, or get them to learn to tie them on the beach. Hey, it's a family weekend. Get them to do that. But also, don't forget, when you're fishing this weekend along the surf, go a little extra long with your leader. Think more along the lines of what you might go with leader material for a jetty, because that way you can tie that dropper on the fly if you need it. Saw this great little modification over at Betty Nick's, adding a Kettle Creek swing shad to one of these Avas as well. Pretty cool idea. Don't forget, of course, it was only 2 years ago this time that we had that Thanksgiving Day massacre right up the road here. So hopefully we'll see that. We're not that far removed from that epic bunker bass blitz all along this stretch of Central Jersey. Of course, we're waiting for the next round of big schools. They are to our northeast. Still hearing about some good fish off the south shore of Long Island, but hopefully they'll be down sometime soon. You guys in Cape May County, you've got that first wave of big fish, and there are opportunities in the surf as well. We had a report over the weekend, as a matter of fact. Steve Kingsdorf of Warminster, PA, caught this 38-incher in the surf on clam, as reported from Debbie at Grassy Sound Marina in North Wildwood. Now, Debbie also told me that there are a few fish in the cleaner water out back. So in those waters of Atlantic and Cape May County, if you still have your boat in, you might want to give that a shot. Throw in the Smack It Juniors along the sod banks as well. Of course, the rest of the Jersey Shore, from Monmouth County all the way down Ocean County into Cape May County, it seems the best of the bite is out in the deeper water. Folks trolling those mojos and those mojos are doing the best damage on those big fish. Closer inshore, make sure you have some top waters if you're heading out, and also be prepared to live line. We'll be going with that live line bunker. The smell of the season, I love it. Especially up north on the Raritan Bay, guys putting bunker down for some big fish. Of course, While some of the charter and party boats are jigging and live lining stripers as well, most have been focused on black sea bass, getting those trips in before the black sea bass season closes at the end of December. Of course, the blackfish guys are pounding bottom again and hitting those snags for tog. Relatively quiet opener over this past weekend. We went to that 5-fish bag limit again in New Jersey. Relatively quiet over the weekend. Again, we've got to attribute that to the weather. But folks like Mark Ingles of Belfort have been finding a few good ones, like this 11-pounder that he scored on the Skylarker with Captain Steve Spinelli. You see that small spinning reel jigging is a way a lot of folks are turning now, changing their tactics from their traditional bouncing with the conventional and green crab to trying some of those tog rigs. And that's especially true while those tog are in slightly shallower water. Later in the season, into the winter, they're going to head out deep. Most folks turn away from the jigs at that time. It's a terrific time to start working this month, this weekend, on those crab jigs. Thanksgiving weekend ahead. Plenty of boats are sailing. If your boat is hauled for the year, your family and friends are in town, you don't want to worry about cleanup. You want to get back to the dock and get home before the festivities. You have a lot of opportunities with the party on charter fleet, the for hire sector. How about we do that? The boats are sailing, a lot of them are sailing on Thanksgiving Day. They're sailing the first thing after Thanksgiving. So if you want that opportunity to get out and not worry about anything else, go to thefisherman.com, go to the weekly fishing reports for a listing of boats to see who's sailing. And also pick up the December edition of the Fisherman magazine. We went to print this week. You can go through the magazine, find who's sailing this week. But you do have an opportunity to get out there. It's also our holiday gift guide in December. Great items for the holidays. Go through and dog-ear some of those pages. Leave them around the house when the wife heads out for Black Friday shopping. Maybe she'll take the hint. Check those latest reports, folks. Some folks are still heading to the canyons as well. Reed Johnson and Todd Elsasser out of LBI. They found a nice swordfish on a recent trip. Checked with some of the boats farther south into Delaware as well. They're still finding good action in that deep water when weather allows, or perhaps when the weather forecasters allow.
Mea culpa, our bad.
Yeah, your bad is right, Al. Screw up every summer weekend, then all of a sudden you screw up all these traffic conditions and we're supposed to feel sorry for you. The weather prognosticators are calling for a little cold on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be very chilly on Thursday morning. Shouldn't hamper you. A little milder this weekend. Marine weather, west-northwest winds Wednesday and Thursday. North-northeast Thursday night into Friday. Looks like southerlies kick up for most of the weekend ahead. God bless. Catch 'em up. Enjoy your weekend. We'll check in with you again next week after the Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday, folks. We'll see you again next week right here at thefisherman.com.
These are called the banana heads. So they're heavier, so they actually sit perfectly watered down.